What's going on, guys? We're going to take a look at Toshi's price action from a technical analysis standpoint. Now, again, there's a lot of great people in the community that are covering all of the fundamentals, the news, the headlines, the potential, the possibilities. What I like to do is cover a little bit more of the numbers. I'd like to cover a little bit more of the structure and the price action of the actual chart, and then correlate that with what the community is behind fundamental wise. So what I've got here is a couple of things that I'm looking at. We've got a little bit of a zoomed in view here at the 1 hour time frame. Okay, I'm going to zoom out and show you kind of the bigger chart, but what I'm looking at is price action from the last few days here. On this particular chart, we're looking at 1 hour candlesticks. So each candlestick here is going to represent a 1 hour time frame. Now, I've got a few things going on here. I've got my DCA zone, dollar cost average zone, between low fives and all the way up to 9. Okay, let's call it that. I think that as long as your dollar cost averaged into this range, you're going to do perfectly fine for the bull run cycle, because technically we haven't even started. We haven't even seen Ethereum start to get going. We haven't seen any of the other, mega, big cap 10, top cryptos really start to get going. Okay, so we've got a long ways to go in that sense, which is good for you because it's going to give you more buying opportunities to continue to dollar cost average down. So what I like to do is every time we start to dip and we kind of put in these little swing lows, I like to add a little bit more, maybe a 500,000 tokens here, a million tokens here, and kind of, go from there. What I'm also looking at here is this red line, this floor. Okay, so this floor has been held since February the 15th, which is a day ago, so about 24 hours ago. And you can see that we're pitter-pattering around, creating a line in the sand. So this red line here also, if I go left of the chart, is pretty significant, because when we started to have that pump from this last low that started on February the 12th, once we broke through here on the 12th, we pulled back, and then we had this nice little bounce, right, all the way into almost 9. Now this area is creating a little bit of a floor. So here's my advice for you if you want a dollar cost average. If you want a dollar cost average, wait until we start getting below 6.5. Okay, if we start to lose this area, this is definitely a load zone, load all the way down here until get to those mid fives. If we don't, right, if we don't pull back below this area, it's okay to continue to add, but I just don't want to add too much over 9s. Again, we're in so early on this move that you are going to make out so much better, because while everyone else, right, let me zoom down, while everyone else is chasing up here in the 12s, they're chasing up here in the 14s, they're chasing, let's keep zooming, they're chasing at 18, and they're chasing at all-time highs. You guys were the smart ones who were averaging into this DCA zone. So if you kind of look at it, now that I've zoomed out a little bit, this DCA zone, the closer to this purple line down here at around 5.5 to 6, I was adding aggressively down in this area. I'm not going to say that I got the very tippy bottom, because I didn't, but I was averaging in this area. I already had a position already here when we got listed on Coinbase. So I've been averaging as soon as I can get anything close or remotely down to the bottom of this range. Now let me zoom in a little bit. My steal zone is obviously if we were to lose that price, right? If we lose 5.5, so we lose 5.3, this is a steal zone for me. I mean, anything below 5, I mean, I would absolutely be going crazy to try to load as much as I can. But what I'm trying to do for you guys here is just provide enough analysis to where you're not, buying at 11s. Again, so many retail traders, they don't start buying until things are green. That's not when you want to buy. You want to be buying when things are red. You want to be buying when things are red into support. You want to be buying when things pull back and they consolidate and they make support. You want to buy when we lose an area of support and we start pushing down lower, because what it's going to do is bring your dollar cost average down. Again, if you have prices above, obviously if you've been in this for a while, you would be dollar cost averaging up, but I want to dollar cost average in this zone. So again, on a macro scale of things, we have definite room and again, it's a wide range. I think if you want to be positioned prior to the big moves, okay, this year in 2025, you want to have an average price between 5 and 9. because between 5 and 9, you're looking at a $250 million market cap up into about a 350, almost $400 million market cap, probably closer to 350. Right now, we're currently at a $300 million market cap. From right here, where we currently stand, it's a 3x on your money just to get back in the range of all-time highs. What is the range of all-time highs? Let me zoom out. As soon as we get into this upper box, it is a 3x minimum from here where we are. So if you have $1,000 in, you could expect something around $2,500, $3,500 profit, depending on what your average price is. Again, remember, I'm saying from right here currently where we are trading at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time on February the 16th. So from here, you're looking at a 3, maybe even 4, right? 3 to 4x on your money. So for those of you guys who maybe have $10,000 in and you even make 3x on your money, you're talking about 20, 30,000. Again, what are we realistically thinking? Well, I've got a big price target up here that I'd like to be getting into, and that's over $1 billion market cap. What I'm really looking for is at least 2 billion before I even remotely start to think about doing anything at all. Like, I don't want to do anything selling for no profits here or here. I am looking for the bigger move. Now, realistically, what could we potentially be looking at? We could potentially be looking at anything between and again, I will go in what however bullish you are is going to resonate with you. Okay, let me zoom in because this chart looks nasty. I can't even see anything. What I am looking for here is to be realistic as possible, because I want everyone to be able to make money. One, I don't want you to round trip something where you had an opportunity to take profits and then you went to break even. On the low end of things, okay, the very, very low end of things, I would say from here, you're at least going to see a 2 to 3 billion market cap, okay, on the low end of things, 1.5 to 2.5 billion, okay. What's that going to put you at? That's going to potentially put you at around 5x. Around 5x, because again, I don't know your average price. Some people's prices are lower, some people's prices are higher. From where we kind of currently stand, you're looking at around a 3.5 to 5x if we break through that billion. Okay, I think that's a little low. Now, if we get to, let's say, 3 to 4 billion, okay, you could potentially be looking at something close to a 7 to 10x, to around a 10x. Okay, that's a fantastic move. If we start taking out 5 billion and we start going closer to that 7, 8, 9, you could potentially be looking at a 15 to 20x. And ultimately, where do I think, in the best possible case scenario, okay, in the best possible case scenario, for me, if this was to actually do something like a 25x, we would need to be trading at around 9 to 10 billion, which for me, I think that's completely possible. Okay, think about some of the other big meme coins that have had great runs. You know, things like Sheeb, who did like 30 billion, 40 billion. Things like Dogecoin did 88 billion. Now, mind you, they had Elon Musk kind of tweeting about it, kind of really got things going. It was on SNL, all this other crap. That could completely happen for Toshi as well. Again, you look at things like Pepe, I think the highest market cap it was at was maybe around 11.5, 12 billion. Even if we did a move like Pepe, and let's say we go between 8 and 11 billion, from here, you're talking about potentially a 20 to 25x on your money, guys. Okay? Like, the potential is going to be there. And as I'm speaking, I just watched someone throw in, and I can zoom this up. As I'm speaking, someone just loaded in 14 million Toshi tokens at $10,500. Someone else loaded up 6.5 million tokens for $4,500. Someone else, and it could be the same wallet, I'll have to go through and look, 14 million tokens at $10,000. Within the last 5, since I've started recording this video, guys, look at this, 8,000. Guys, we are getting some serious players loading into this as we speak. Market cap has jumped up 6 million since I started making this video. Absolutely fantastic what you want to see here. And it's good to kind of see it on the course of this video. We're getting a lot of people loading up right now, guys. A lot of people loading up right now. Those are some big moves. Those are some big moves. I mean, when you're investing 10,000, 5,000 a shot, you're looking at something good here. So I'm glad that we could see that live on the stream. Now, again, This line here, if we do break down, it's still a DCA zone. If we ever lose this, it's a steal zone. It's going to get to a point in time, guys, where you guys are not going to get these prices between 5 and 6 anymore. It's going to get to that time. So if you do want to have an average price in between 5 and 7, you better start loading now. Again, could you get that opportunity to lose fives? Maybe, but I'm telling you, within the next, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week, even couple days, even the next month, you might not get those opportunities anymore to start buying anymore at 6s and 7s, guys, because those pullbacks are not going to come back down that low. You might get pullbacks into 9s, and then we'll do a move there. You might get pullbacks into 10s or 11s, and it'll pull back there. So again, just wanted to kind of update this with you guys. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Get me to 10,000 followers, subscribers here on YouTube, guys. I'm going to keep pumping out these Toshi videos along with other cryptos and other tokens as well. Again, I'll see all of you guys on the other side.